All right. Good morning. Good morning. Let me first of all say thank you for being here. Let me go to my little phone just to make sure I can see everybody. All right. Hope everybody's doing good. Let's go ahead and get started. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We're gonna get going. We're gonna showcase today the latest improvement to the GrooveKart platform. We're gonna go over basically setting up a product in the new product settings. Simplification is basically we wanted to make it easier for you to get up and running. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dive right in right now. If you want to say hi, give a shout out. We will definitely give you a shout out. And if you haven't done so already, you can go to streamyard.com/Facebook, connect your Facebook. That way, if you make a comment or ask a question, we can see your name. Okay, so let me go ahead and remove that. So thanks again for being here. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go into GrooveKart, our demo store for this training series. And then we're going to go over setting up a product. Now, a lot of people have already done this before. You already know what to do. However, we're going to show you how to navigate the new simplified setting system. So if you run across anything, if you are setting up things in your store and you run across something that you know isn't right, please reach out to us. We're always looking to improve the platform, make sure that it's bug free. And you know as well as I do, when it comes to software, you make changes and you might improve something here, and then on the other side, it may be affected. So you just never know. So thank you again. Let's go ahead and share my screen. And hey, Rick from London, Canada. All right, let's share the screen and get rocking and rolling. And then let's go into my screen here on our demo store, my cat swag. So first of all, here's where you can see your products, right? So if you go here, products, and then you go right there. Let me just make sure I'm live. All right. Just checking that I'm live. All right. Okay, so you go here. I didn't share my screen, so that's why. There we go. I thought something was weird. All right. So now you should be able to see my screen. Okay. So we are in the product section. So if you go to set up a new product, let's say you have something that you make on your own or something, and you could just dive right in here and start working on it here. But what we're going to do is go to Printful, set a product up, and work on it as if we imported it. Okay. Now, if we have time, then we'll go over how to manually set up something just so you can see from a blank perspective. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that now. So let's just say we have, I don't know, we make cat candles or something like that. Okay, so we're just gonna act like we make cat candles at home, right? And I'm gonna go grab an image. We're gonna go search for a cat candle and things like that. So let's just act like we make it ourselves. Okay. So let's just say we make custom cat candle, okay? And we're going to say, okay, now again, I'm just making this stuff up to show you what you would do, right? So when you're setting up a product, if it's something that you control, you make, and it's something very simple, then this is what this is: setting up the product very simply and very easily. So I'm just going to leave it at that. Order yours today, 50% off. Okay. And it's a standard product. Now, if it was, let's say, private label rights or some sort of training, I'm going to deliver in a zip file or something, then I would choose digital product, right? GrooveKart can be used to sell digital products. So we had a couple members mentioned before they're going to set up a GrooveKart store with nothing but digital products and sell them for $2 to $5 and then promote that store. Okay, so that is possible with changing the product type to digital. Then you could, if I click on this, you could upload your media. Okay, so when you click on things, it opens up other windows and pop-ups. Okay, so I'm going to change this back to standard, and as you can see, that went away. Okay, now This is the full product description. So if we wanted to add a summary description, you could click on this and it'll actually pop this open. Okay. So I could actually use this and use this for the product summary, which description. The summary product description is typically what's at the top, and then the full product description is where you can include all your specs and the height, the width, and things like that. So if I wanted to, I could go like this and then just say, our candles are made in the USA, top quality. And again, I'm just making this stuff up, quality wax and wicks. Okay, I don't know. I don't even know if that's how you spell wicks. I think that is. Okay, so we're just making this stuff up as we go. Okay, now category. This is where you would assign a new category. So you always want to create new categories, because if you, the way the system is set up, the system wants you to categorize your store. So you're not going to be able to move forward unless you save it as a category. So I could save. We could create a new category and just call this candles for now. Okay, hit create, and then now that's assigned the candles category. So whatever is in pink is your main category. All right, and then if I wanted to assign a brand, I could. So I could say my cat swag, and we don't have many brands here because we typically just do print on demand when we're setting these up. Now, tags, you could add tags that you can use later for setting up the navigation menu and things like that. I typically use the categories that I create for the navigation menu. And then media. So we're going to upload some media. So let's go to Pexels, and let's see if we can find a cat candle. Okay, so this is a very simple example, and we're just seeing what we got. Now, it's probably not going to have anything here. So now, what you could also do is go to Google. Now, again, if you're making these products, you have your images, you have your photographs. Okay, so I don't recommend you just getting images off of Google, because that's not going to represent your product, right? So let's just choose cat candle that we have. Again, these are. Let's just go. Oh, that's Shutterstock. Don't want to do that. Let's just pick one. Okay. Let's just go here. And I don't recommend you do this. This is just for a demo. Okay. So let's just go here. This is just a sample of what we're doing when you set up a product. Okay. So let's just go there. We downloaded it, and then now we're going to upload the media. So you're going to product image and then go like that. All right, and so now that uploaded. So hopefully everything goes good, and now we have the full product description, the summary, the category. Okay, we didn't choose a brand. We have the tag. Here you could upload videos. If you wanted to attach videos, you could do that there. Product dimensions, right? We could add dimensions and say it's Okay, we haven't, let's see. We haven't identified these dimensions, and we would do that here. It says undefined, so I have to go into the settings and change that, because by default, when I've set up the store, John Garcia and I, we hadn't set up any kind of specs, whether it's inches, pounds, and things like that. For the most part, the only time you use this section is if you're actually using something like ShipStation, which needs to know the weight and the height and stuff like that of your items, so that it can calculate the proper shipping. Okay, in this case, we're just going to put the compare price. We're going to say it's $20, and then right now we're selling these for $9.99, and it costs me $1 to make. And then additional shipping fee. If you wanted to charge just for this item a certain amount of shipping, you could do that here. And whatever you put here has to match what you have in your shipping settings. So this is additional. And if you have your shipping settings set up this way, what will happen if they order 5, it'll be 5 times whatever this fee is. So just keep that in mind. And then you could add variants if you wanted to add variants. So you go here, and then let's just say we would say size, okay? And so we would say, let's just say 5 inches, and then let's just say 8 inches, and then let's just say, I don't know, I don't even know how big candles get. I'm just making this stuff up. Okay, so I'm going to generate this variant list with a drop-down list. You can also do radio buttons. Okay, so let's just keep it as a drop-down list. Hit generate, and then we're getting a select different default category message. So let's go back. I believe. Let's just go back and choose candles. It should be selected. Let's go down and let's just go back up. Everything else looks good. We've chosen. Let's do something else. Let's just pick another one, best deals, and let's just assume best deals is the category. So let's go here. All right. And let's go back to the variants. All right. That's actually generated the variance here. So let's see. The value should not be blank. Okay. So let's just put in here as 2, and then 5, and then 1, and then 1. Now, again, this could be an error on my part on the settings for these specs. Let me give you, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to see if our developer's on so he can see what's going on. 1 second. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm going to mute myself. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm muting myself, just seeing if our developer can check because I'm running into a small issue. Now, this is live, so this could happen when you are live. So let's just go back. Let's just make sure. All right, so now we have this here, and then we're going to display product on website, right? All right, settings updated. So now the product data has been loaded, so let's save. Now, in order for it to show up, you have to hit display product on website. Now, we did run into a couple little errors, so I've notified our programmer. So thank you. Let's make sure I'm not muted. Okay, I'm not muted. Okay, so let me go back. I'm going to exit this because I did a little demo yesterday where I was showing everyone how to turn off your store to people unless they were in a custom group, and I did not turn that off. So 1 second. Don't you just love live because you just never know. So I'm going to turn this off and then hit save. All right, and so now let's go back and refresh. So there we go. We got that set up and we don't have the product image. So now let's go back and let's see what happened. This is actually something, when we do updates, our team checks that everything is working fine. So this is actually kind of weird, but that's okay. Let's just go back and let's check. Choose that candle. Oh, you know what? It's WebP. That's why. All right. So let's just convert this WebP to PNG. All right. That's why. We temporarily disabled ability to upload WebP because our programmers are working on making it so that we don't have issues when you upload a WebP. What happens with JPEG and even GIF images and PNG files, when you upload those files, the platform takes those images and optimizes them, okay, and makes them faster and converts them to WebP. But with the programming that's on the back end, when you actually upload a WebP itself, something's happening to where it's causing an issue. So they right now temporarily disabled ability to upload WebP. So let's go ahead and save, and let's see. We should be good to go. All right. So if I go to preview this, we now have that custom cat, and we have the drop down. And what happened down here, click on manage. Okay, so since I added variants, we had to manage the price here. Okay, so as you remember earlier, I generated them, but I didn't go back and change the prices. So what I can say here is, let's just say the 5 inches is, oh, let's go here. 5 inches is $5. And again, this is a demo product. Okay, I'm just making this stuff up to show you what you'll do when you set up a product with this new simplification. All right, and then I could, let's see, bulk edit. So here you would bulk edit if you wanted to. And then you can hit apply. All right, and then now exit out of there, save. And then hopefully we should be good to go. So let's see. All right, so as you can see there, we now have the 10-inch candle for $10, 8 inches for $8, and 5 for $5. Okay, so again, this is a demo product setup. So what I want to do now is show you the rest of this. So what else would you do? So if you click on publish, this is taking you down here to the publish section. In order for it to show up on your website, you want to have display product on website. And then this is if you wanted to have this product alone be the home page. Okay, this we came out with this quite a while back, maybe 2 months ago, something like that. If you wanted to, I could go like this, and I hit save. And what that would do is, if I would go to the home page itself, it would now be just this product. See that? So that is a feature a lot of members were asking for, and we got that done. So let me turn that off. I don't want that to happen. So now these are optional settings for your store. Now what we have coming soon is the actual preview of the product page layout. These thumbnails are not accurate, but you will know what these are because you will have already set them up in the page builder. Okay. And the page builder is the visual builder where you edit all your settings for the store, the design of how it looks, right? So in this case, we have this product page. If I wanted it to change, then I would choose this, right? So if I go to this product and I refresh, this has this right here. I believe I made one with no scarcity. So let me just see if I have that. And I hit save. If I go back here, now we see that only 92 left in stock. 4 people have this in the cart. Let's see if I remove that on that other one. As you can see, this one doesn't have that. So that's how you would update that. So I'm going to put it back and leave it to the basic Groov Pets product page. Okay. Now here's the default upsell layout. Again, by the time you start setting up products, will have already created the templates that you want in your store for the look and feel of the design. Okay. Here you actually choose the upsell products. So if I wanted to choose what's going to be shown as an upsell, I would choose it here and I would start typing, and then you could pick it. And then bumps on the product page. Let me show you what that is. So let's just say I want to say cat hairs my glitter is the bump on the product page. If I save this and I refresh, you're going to see that be an order bump. So watch. Now this says add this to your order and save. And as you can see there, that product order bump is there from the product page. Now, if we go back, we can have a bump on the checkout and then bump on the float cart. Okay, so this is home is where the cat is for the checkout. And then now on the float cart, let's choose something else. let's choose the sticker here for the cats. So if I hit save, and then I go back and I add this to refresh. Let me just add this to the cart. Okay, let's see. Oh, let me refresh. All right. Now, let's just see what happens. Let's go to the checkout page. There's nothing there. Okay, great. You already have the maximum quantity available for this product. Okay. So it must be triggered by some sort of inventory control because I didn't choose any quantity there. So again, this is live where it's going to keep on moving, and I'll look into it. It's probably something on the back end that we don't have set up for this product. So related products here, on here, and I'm going to show this to the developer so he can see, make sure that there's nothing weird or funny going on in the background. So related products, I'm just going to type in cat and we're going to see what we have here. And I'm just going to choose these for the example so you can see. And we do want you to test this, right? We want you to put it to the test. If you are setting up a product and you run into something, take the screenshot, take the short video, contact us because, listen, programmers are just like me and you, right? They're human. So they could go through there, they could double check, one of the other team members checks, but it could be something that they didn't think about. And through the process, maybe there's something you're doing to set up your product. They didn't think about it and they don't run into that issue. So that's the thing, right? So if you run into something, let us know. So one thing I want to mention, whatever you put for the title of the product and for the summary, the product summary will show up here. Okay, so if we go up here and you see this, and we go to edit the summary description, the full product description, the full product description shows up down here under SEO. Now later on they'll make this capitalized. Everywhere you see SEO, it's usually capitalized. Not a big deal. This is where the friendly URL is. You can edit this if you needed to and things like that, but we're not going to do that. And then this is the open graph markup. This is for if people share it on social media, you can edit it there, add the image and things like that. So let's just go back here, go like this, and then we could say cat. Okay, and then add the description, etc. Now, if I wanted to embed this, if I wanted to create a buy button or checkout form, I could edit this here. I'm just going to do it real quick. Let's just choose some stuff here. And I'm just choosing some stuff like this. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm just turning stuff on so you can see what would happen, right? And that would be something like that. Okay, so I'm not going to go into this. Most people don't use this. Is for people that want to have their GrooveKart store, but they maybe they created an awesome page on Groove Pages. Then they would generate that code and put it on those pages to embed it there. I don't think you necessarily need to do that, and that's why I never really use these. This is specific for people that have maybe they spent all this time on a Groove Pages beautiful page, and they just want to have a little bit more control, and then they generate the checkout form that way, right? So they can go here and work on it the same way. So if we preview this product has been set up. Now, of course, we got that little error about ordering. Not sure why that is. I think it has something to do with the inventory. So if I go back here and try to add, we're going to get that you have the maximum quantity available for this product. Not sure what that is. So let's go and now let's set something up in this store as if it was being set up through Printful. So I'm going to exit this and I'm going to delete this product. Okay, this was just a first run of the simplification live, and so now we're going to go to the Printful setup and we're going to do it this way and see what we get. So I'm going to go here and hit delete. All right, so now that's been deleted. Now let's go into Printful and let's go into the file library And let's see if we have any files here. I'm going to use this Cats Are My Favorite People. And let's set up a product. So I'm going to go to Product Templates. And let's pick a cool product. Let's do a hat. All right. Let's do this dad hat. And let's see if it comes out, this image. If it comes out okay. So we're going to pick this classic dad hat. And let's see if this image is good enough. It might be too big or whatever, or too specific. Let's see. All right, so we're going to choose white thread. Now that came out okay. Okay, this is embroidery, right? Flat embroidery. So it looks actually pretty good. So not too shabby, right? So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and run with this one. If I wanted to choose more than one color, I would do it here. So let's see what the pink looks like. Yeah. How about blue? No, let's go with navy and red. Okay, now we're going to continue. And we're going to say cats are my favorite. All right. And then we're going to save the product template. So now that's been saved, right? So now what we can do is we can add this to my store. So I'm going to hit add. First of all, another thing, let me just touch on this real quick. In Printful, you can, once you create a product template, you can go here and download mockups. So if I go here, download mockups, I can pick some mockups to choose, right? So let's pick this one, and let's pick this one and this one, right? And then we're going to hit generate mockups. And I'm just going through the motions as if I was setting this up through Printful with the new product settings. So if you want to work on your store and see if you run across anything, by all means, we would really appreciate it, because we want to make sure that we don't have issues for our members when we're setting things up. So let's go back to Printful. We'll exit this, and now let's add this to the store. And we're going to proceed, and let's just choose default mockup. All right. And then proceed to pricing. Now, I did choose the white thread. I don't know if I've never done this before, change the image color to a different thread. I don't know if the mockup will actually show properly, so we're going to see. All right, so let's just go. Apply that. Okay, so we're just going to say it's $29.95. We're going to save the product, and now that's adding the product to the store. So now let's go back here, and let's go into products, POD and drop shipping. We're going to click on Printful, and then we're going to click the little cog. And then we're going to go product search, and let's search, and that should be the product here at the top. Okay. So I'm going to hit add to my store. Now, typically what I tell people is when the product is being imported from being sent from Printful to your GrooveKart store, you know, there's a bunch of things moving in the background, right? So what I usually do is I wait till I see the thumbnail. It's usually a minute or two, okay? So I'll go here, because by then I know it's done importing. So it's not there yet, but we're just gonna go on good faith that it's already being pushed over. So I'm just gonna hit add to my store. Now I don't have a template for the hat here. We went over this before. You can set up templates so that you can save a lot of time. So I recommend, if you do decide to use Printful for your print-on-demand products, one of the reasons why is they have a ton of products available and they get the items out the door fast, that if you do use Printful, you take the time to set up these templates, so it'll save you a ton of time. So let's just grab some information from Printful about this hat. So if I go here to edit, and I go to product info, let me just copy this, okay? And then I'm going to go back here. And I'm going to actually put that here, like so. And just go like that. All right. Not going to add any tags. Everything else is okay. I'm going to add product. All right. So this product has been added. Okay. So now it's being pushed over or imported over from Printful, and it's working in the background. So if we go here, preview, there you go. It's still being worked on in the background. Let's just refresh. Now, if this looks like this and it doesn't fix, then yeah, this is going to be weird. So that's okay. We're doing this live. We're figuring it out. That just means the QA team didn't actually push through an imported product. So let's just refresh this. And let's see. Let me preview. All right. Yeah. What it looks like to me, it's not picking up the styling from the store. So, hey, listen, things like this happen and it's not working right. So you never know what's going to happen on the live. So what I want to do is let's just assume that this isn't going to get fixed in the next 2 minutes. I know it has nothing to do with the process of importing from Printful. What it looks like when this was set up, something is happening when you import a product from one of our apps. It's not carrying over the styling and things like that in from the builder. So let's just go ahead and go into, I'm going to talk about the other feature that we added, and this is to make your store private as if you have, let's say, wholesale customers and things like that. So what I'm going to do, let me just refresh. So that happened just for the product that we imported from Printful, okay? So again, we apologize, but the good thing is nothing else on the store has been affected. This is just something specific when you import a product. We'll get that fixed. I'm actually glad that we found it while we're doing this live so that we can get these fixed. These little things like this fixed before customers start adding things on the back end and don't realize it. And then next thing we know, we have 50, 100 people having issues. Okay, so we're going to jump ahead of this and get this fixed. So let's go over one of the features was in the builder, we added this. It's not that big of a deal, but it will affect anyone that's, highly customizing their site a lot. And when you go to add a slider or a carousel, something like that, if I wanted to drop that in there, and if I could go to the 3 dots, we now have title tag settings that impact SEO as well, and you can choose them there. Before, if you typed in a title tag and you added a title, things like that, then let's just add an item. Let's just go here, edit, and we could upload that, and we could add a title. So let's just say okay, and let's just upload that same image. All right, let's say it doesn't have a link. Okay, and I go like that. So there are the title tags. You can see that. Okay, so that's how that would work. So we added that before it was you had to edit with the little WYSIWYG. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete this whole section because it doesn't need to be there, and hit save. And then now let's go over the feature where you could make your store private. Now I'm going to go over some of these settings, and maybe you didn't know about it. Maybe you missed some of the other trainings or other videos that are on our YouTube. But if we go to store information, let me show you what's possible with this new feature. If you go to store access, first of all, let me see. Stock management is not enabled. Okay, good. Store access. If I wanted to disable my store to everybody, I could turn that on, right? Now, if I wanted to make it to where everyone is disabled, no one can see the store, and I need to add my IP, I could go like that and hit save, and then no one could see my store except for me, right? So I could go like that, and I go like this, and I can see the store. But if someone else comes to the store, they won't be able to access it. Now, most people aren't going to do that. So I'm going to turn that off. Take this out. Hit save. Now, the private access is, we had a few use cases with this. We had a couple of people reach out and then ask for this because they had customers that they sell to that are not the general public, or they do business to business. So they do business to business, and they wanted to make it to where they could set up things for their customers to go in and buy, not necessarily people from the public. I guess they had a couple of stores that they made certain items, and so they knew people would be able to come there. So they wanted just their customers that I guess were wholesale buyers to buy from them. So what would you do? What you would do is here, you would hit on here where it says private access, and you would enable private access. And then here you would, what some of these customers wanted to do, these GrooveKart users, is they wanted a way for people to sign up first, and then for them to go through their list and then double check that those were indeed people that they wanted to approve to be, wholesale customers or wholesalers or whatever. So in this case, you would enable registration, and then you would give it a title, right? So let's just say, okay, and then here we're just going to say, and let me just fix this, and I'm just doing this on the fly. Register below, and okay, I'm just making this stuff up, right? So now we would hit save. Now this isn't done yet because we need to choose who gets access for the private access. All right. Now I created one here called wholesale customers. I'm going to show you how to make another group. And let's just say it's not wholesale customers. Let's just call it something else. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do that. So if you go to orders and customers, this is where you would set up that group. Okay, you'd hit manage customer groups. And then let me explain this. I went over this in the demo video yesterday. We have 3 default customer groups across the board. So visitor is anyone without an account or customers that are not logged in. So if I'm not logged in, I cleared my cookies, but I have an account, I'm still a visitor. Guest is someone who placed an order through the guest checkout. So they didn't make an account or anything like that. Now, just so you know, if you, depending on how you set up your store, everyone could be a guest and things like that because they didn't create an account. The last one is customer, all persons who created an account on this store. So what some people do is during the setup process, they make it to where accounts are not required, and they don't make anyone make an account. Okay, so they do this to save time on checkout. So that could be possible. But by default, these are the 3 that are always available on your store. And we're going to add a new group. And we're going to call this one, let's just say VIP suppliers. These are people that buy from me, and they're suppliers to other smaller stores. And they buy from me in bulk, big quantities of, I don't know, who knows? Cat earrings. Okay, I sell thousands of cat earrings every month. Okay, and so these are people that buy 5,000 cat earrings for me a month, things like that. So now what I'm going to do is I have VIP suppliers. In the action here is you can edit, you can view, and you can delete, right? So now if I wanted to, if I come here, if I go back to settings, store information, and I go to store access, I could make this to where these people that register are going to be the VIP suppliers, right? Like that. Okay, so if I come here, so what does that mean? Anyone that's registered who is marked as a VIP supplier will be able to see the store. Okay. So the private access matches. If this is turned on, it matches who you've selected. Okay. So if I go here and refresh, now you can see wholesale customer sign up. Thanks again for your interest in our products. Register below and we'll approve your access within 24 hours. So let's just say Frank at GrooveDigital.com. And let's just call this, I might be already registered. Actually, never. Okay, so let's make an account. This is not our test demo store, so I have the emails already there. So what would happen is here they would register. So we would go here and you would enter an email and then it would go through the process. But let's just go back to the store and let's just assume this person already signed up. So let's go to orders, customers. And as you can see, there's Frank at Groove Digital. Then I'm down here again, all these different ones, right? So let's just make Frank at Groove Digital. We're going to edit him. And we're going to say he is actually one of our VIP suppliers. Okay. And then we're going to hit save. So what that does is now I am a VIP supplier. I'll be able to log in. So if I go back here to log in, let's do forgot password and let's type in Frank at Groove Digital. Oh, it's no account. That's strange. Oh, okay. See, this is because this was a new membership level, a new customer group level. Really strange because it's right here. So I will show this to developers. I think this is an error because we should have already did that. So let's just go back and let's try the sign up again. Let's go to Frank at Groove Digital. This is helping me too because I have to deal with the developers if we find something that there's an issue. So here it looks like it's going to tell me to create an account. I know why. In the beginning, I was a guest. Okay, so please excuse me. There's no error with this. When I signed up doing a test with Mr. John Garcia, when we've done tests in the past, I was a guest. I never made an account. Okay, that's why. So here, let's just go ahead and create the account. Let's just pick this. Okay, and let's just say making the password, and then I am adding my information. So yeah, there's no error on the part of this because in our demo tests when we've bought, I didn't make an account. So we're gonna say I've read and accepted, blah blah blah. All right, so now I can log in. All right, I may have put in my password wrong, so let's just go here. All right. So this is an error. This part is an error. I got to show the developers. You could see where I created the account. This was working before just fine. So when they added this module, something is not connecting to where it's working properly. So, well, today is a strange day. We've run across some barriers and we've run across some issues here. Not a big deal because we will get this to the developers so they can get this fixed. So what we're going to do is let me turn off the screen share and let's just go with some questions. Let me just go here to store information and turn this off. Go to store access, turn this off, and we're not going to need any of that. We will get that little error fixed related to that. You saw we signed up as a customer and it did not keep track of that. So no worries. Okay. So let's just look at some of these questions. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask them here. We've run into a couple of little issues. Not a big deal. This when you go live, you never know what's going to happen, right? these things, when we add these modifications and improvements, they are ran through tests. Now, this is actual as if we're doing it real. So there's some things here where I'm doing something maybe that the developers didn't think to check, or they didn't double check when they do through the QA. So we apologize. That's okay. I'm going to show them this replay to show them where we've run into issues so that we can get these fixed. All right. So okay, so let's see here. I disabled my store to everyone, but I use my IP so I can see my store, but it's hidden. Please show how to do this. Okay, so if you go through, rewatch this replay, you can see here, how did we do that? You go here and you can disable to everybody, add my IP. Let me just go like this. And then hit save. And then theoretically, if I go here, it should be okay, right? Now, if I check this from a different IP, let me share my screen. Let me check and let me add this browser. Hopefully you can see my browser. This should change the IP. No, actually it's picking up the same IP. All right. So let's see. Let me remove the share, and then I'm going to choose a different screen so that we want to replicate. We want to replicate changing the IP. Now, it doesn't change my IP every time in the browser, so I'm trying to find one where it's actually doing it. Okay. All right, here it is. So let me refresh. Let me share screen, and then show you entire screen. Here it is. All right, so you can see here. Let me add it to the stream. So as you can see here, I chose Opera, another browser, and it says we're doing something awesome. If you really need us, feel free to send us an email request. Okay, so that's what shows when you have it turned off. So let me remove this and then show you the regular screen. Let's share the other screen. Let's go here. All right, let me close this, share, and just share the entire screen. Okay. All right, so now we're going back here, and this is me. It's the same. I'm just on my Chrome. As you see, I can see it, but I shared the Opera browser just a second ago, and you can see that I could not access it. So how do you do that? You disabled everybody. Let me show you one more time. And then you add your IP, and then you hit save. Okay, so we're not going to do that. We're going to turn it back off so everyone can see it. All right, so let's go back. Let's see here. Will you be adding the AVIF file type for images? Smaller file size than WebP can have transparency with full resolution. That is another file type. That is probably something we'll be adding in 2023, simply because we're getting the WebP optimization right. And before we can add any other file format, we're going to make sure that WebP is right. If you notice, like let's say you run advertising on certain platforms, they don't still to this day accept WebP. They just take PNG, JPEG, right? So we're basically trying to stay in line with the other technology platforms that are out there, and WebP right now still has been the standard after PNG. So let's see here. Candace said she got it to work. Great. Can you have the number sold? Let's see. Rocket Growth, if you're still there, elaborate a little bit about that. Can you have the number sold? All right. So now let's go here. Let's see. Oh, we have Max. This is our lead developer here. If products have variants, it can't be digital products. Basic type is standard and digital. Okay. Let's see what else. Could you set it up so customers get, say, 10% off? Yeah, so this is one of those things where you can set that up when you're setting up your products. You can make it to where actually I like where you're thinking. So let me show you what we could do. So I'm going to add to stream. And this is in relation to the groups. Okay, so watch this. So if I go to orders and customers, right? We know that we have these customer groups, right? So a customer, remember, is anyone who's created the account, okay? And then these are the ones that we made as a demo. So what I could do is people that have made an account are on my list because let's say I connected MailChimp or Klaviyo, and in the future coming soon would be GrooveMail. They've created an account, so I do have them on an email list, right? So what I could do is I could go to orders, go to products and discounts. And I can make a discount for people that are on my list. So I could go like this, and this would only work for people who made an account. Let's call it account thank you. And we're just going to call it account thank you discount. Okay. And it's going to be auto generated. So we're going to let it be auto generated. So now if we go to conditions, let's just say the minimum amount is $10. We want 10,000 of them. And for each user, we want them to be able to come back 10 times. Okay. And then actions. And let's see, let's just say the percentage is 10% off. And let's see, conditions, let's see. All right, product selection, carrier selection. Max, if you're still here, I thought we had it to where we could offer this to a group. Let's see. Code generate. There was a part where we could offer it to a group. I don't see it here. These are the discounts. These are the products, carrier. All right, I'll look into it. There was a section where we could offer the discount for a group. I don't see it here. Maybe it's here. Let's see. Not there. This is possible though. I did see it before. I'm just not seeing it in this section. No. Okay. I will double check with our lead programmer. Let's see if he's still there. No. He might be, but he's probably looking into it right now. Total available. So there is a section somewhere. I just don't see it here. This where you could actually make it available to certain groups. Okay. So I just don't happen to see it in this section. So if I go to, let's just go to orders, customers. And let me double check. Manage customer groups. These are all the customers. Okay. Let's go here, edit this. There is somewhere to do that. I just don't happen to see where it is. No problem. We're going to figure it out, and then I'm going to come back and make a video specifically for this to make discounts available for groups. It is possible. I did see it. I was actually with Max going over that before. So let's just see. Action, edit. Let me see if it's in here somewhere. It might have to do with, yeah, it's not here. So it might just be something related to the settings that I have. So it's not a big deal. So let's just continue on to the next thing. All right. Could the last error be because we had 2 groups selected? Rick, probably not, but I'll double check with Max. Hello, Luis from London. Okay, so next one. Is there a way to add a loyalty program for the customer? So what we do have is the ability to give coupon codes. Now, I know this. What you can do is you can make a coupon code for your customers and only show that to people who bought on the thank you page. So if I wanted to do that, what I would do is I would say, customer, let's just call this customer thank you, okay? And we just want to call it the same thing, right? And then we want to say something like, I want to give them a percentage off, 15% every time, okay? And that I want to let them use it up to 10 times, and we have quite a few of them, right? We don't want them to run out, and we want to change this to something far ahead, right? So we know those customers can keep coming back, and then we can hit save, okay? And so now this, you could then share this coupon code on your thank you page, okay? You could go into the builder, and I didn't share. So this is, all right. So now let's go back into GrooveKart to show you where we did that. So let's go back, orders. Sorry, or products, discounts. All right. All right, these little errors that we've run into have thrown me off today, so I'm not on my 100% A game, so I apologize for that. Thank you for your patience. So I made this one here. Let's just add a new one. So we're just going to redo this one right here. So we're just going to call this thank you, okay? And we're going to use the same code. And we're going to do the condition. We're going to say this thing is going to last for a long time. Okay, minimum amount. Let's just say $20. Actually, let's just say this. Spend $30 or more and get 15% off. We're going to have 10,000 available, and we want to let them come back as often as possible. We're going to let them use that coupon up to 10 times. And then you could share this on your thank you page. So let me just show you what else we would do. Actions, percentage, and let's give them 15% off. Save. So now I created that, right? And we said what? If we go back to edit this, we'll see that they're getting 15% off without shipping, $30 or more. They can come back up to 10 times. So you could go to the builder and say, and tell them on the thank you page, right? And then you could say something like, use the special coupon code for 15. All right, and I could go in here, change this, and make it bigger, things like that. And let's see. Something like that, right? I can hit save, and then now they see that. And the only people that see that are people that actually purchased, right? So this is a very simple way to do something like that where there's customer loyalty, all right? All right, let's see here. Let's go ahead and go live with this question. I have some GrooveKart stores. All of them are displaying bigger than they should be with almost no white borders on the sides. It's like when you zoom in a page, the browser problems, actual page is on the back end. So we did have an update before where this was fixed. It probably has to do with the full width, okay? So like if you go into the page builder, and let me just go here. You might have to, let's just do not save. So if we go here, as you can see, if I were to do that, this makes this full width. So this is probably what you're running into. And what you could do is, if you go in here and you click on that and hit save, it should reset it. If not, you could reach out to us and we will look into it. This update was pushed out, and then we had some experiences where some people were having that issue, what you're talking about, and that was fixed, okay? So let's see what Max says. Because your store setup. Okay, no problem. So if we go to Groove Gear, thank you, Max. This is good to know. Okay, and it has to do with my setup on my store because of the settings. So no problem. So if we go into Groove Gear, let's log in to show you what we're talking about. Okay. So now if we go, let's hit not now. Let's go to products, discounts. Let's add a new coupon. So let's just say Frank. And we're just going to put that description right there. Now this can be auto-generated for the code, so I'm going to leave it blank. Okay. So see where it says customer group selection. You see that? So here it says guest, visitor, customer, right? I could remove these like so. And now only people that are customers are going to be able to enjoy this coupon, right? So this is what I wanted to show you. And it had to do with the store setup that I have on my cat swag, the way things are set up. I'll review with Max to see what those the differences were, so that I can show you how to do it from scratch in a training, okay, on its own. So let's just say up to 10,000 coupons are available, okay, and they can use these coupons up to 10 times per user. And so now customer group selection is this right here. So only customers are selected. If I want to remove this and then choose it again, I hit add, and there it is. Okay. Minimum amount. Let's just say they got to spend $30 or more so they can buy. Let's get specific. Let's just say they got to spend $27 or more. Okay. So that they can buy a t-shirt or something like that. And then I'm going to give them this. And then here we'll do 15% order without shipping. All right. And then we hit save. Did I get everything else done? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, it's processing in the background. Okay, so it's just waiting for Groove Gear. All right, so let's go ahead and stop sharing. All right, no problem. Hope you enjoyed that. And got somebody saying yo, yo, yo. Okay, so anyway, so thank you guys. If you have any other questions unrelated to the things that we saw here, go ahead. I'll stay here. Let's see if we got any other questions. I can show you examples and things like that. But in the meantime, we will go over what happened here with this live so that we can double check things to make sure everything's proper, so that when you are in here setting up your products, you don't get any issues. All right. And again, thank you for when you report things. It's best for our development team. It's best for people of support if you send screenshots, if you send the URL of your store, if you send a video that you record with Loom. All of that helps, okay? Because we want to make sure we can get the right information to the development team. So if there is an issue, we can get that covered, fixed, and attended to right away. So with that being said, if there's any other questions, let me know right now. And if not, we will continue on with our training next week, same time. And we will continue to go. All right, so it says, how can we import themes into GrooveKart? Are themes available anywhere else? So let me show you where this is done. So let's see. Oh, Max, we got an issue right here. Hopefully you see this. Let's just go into my cat swag. This looks like it's a Cloudflare error, not. It looks like it's on Groove Gear. Okay, so we'll look into that. So now let's go back. And where would you go? You would go to the builder, and then you would go to themes. And then if you go, let's go ahead and save this save as theme. And we're going to change this to, what's this? Today's the July 21, 2022. So I'm going to save this real quick. So we save that, and then here are the themes. So let's just load this one. So we're going to ignore saving because I just saved it. So ignore saving, and it's now loading the Groove Decor Lite. What we have coming also is we're going to make it to where these previews are actually showing you the preview of the theme. So you can load these themes here. These are available under themes. If I go to basic, let's say I want to do Groove Elegant. I can hit use as current, and then I ignore saving this one. I didn't make any changes. And then in a few seconds, this will refresh. All right, and this will go to the other theme. Okay, so we do have quite a few themes here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so we do have 6 themes. If you wanted to import a theme, I'm going to show you what to do. Now, right now, we don't have a theme gallery where you can go buy any or anything like that. These are the ones that are included with the GrooveKart setup when you install and set up your store. However, we do have coming probably beginning of 2023 templates that you can purchase through this little section. But right now, we've been giving you templates that you can use and start editing right away. So if I wanted to import a new theme, I could go here and import. Why would you import? Well, you can have a designer, someone, let's just say, is part of the Groove community. They make themes. You could pay them to make a theme, and then you would click on import new theme and import it right there. All right. So let's just go to show you the Groove Fashion. This is the new theme that we just added recently. I can hit ignore saving, and it's going to refresh and put the new theme, Groove Fashion. All right, so give it a second. And there is the new theme, all right, that you can start editing right away. So now, again, you go here to the bottom under My Themes, and you can import. Right now, we don't have a marketplace for you to go buy themes. You would use the ones that we supply, or you could hire someone to make you a custom theme for GrooveKart. So let's go here, and let's go to My Themes, and I'm looking for this one, July, okay, 21. So I'm going to activate that because I want to put back the store the way I had it. All right. So let's give it a second. And then that'll refresh. And now we're back to the theme we had before. All right. And we had Candace say fashion is my favorite. Yeah, it's really good. Damien Bradshaw made these themes. He's a genius when it comes to all that. So we want to give a big shout out to Max, the development team, Damien Bradshaw, all the people part of Groove that helped make this platform get better and just make it awesome. And we're improving every single day. We thank you. Most users use Groove pages, Groove funnels, Groove sell, right? And my job here is to get you excited about e-commerce, to come set up your e-commerce store, to come try this. Every software that is out there has bugs, and everyone who's on those development teams fixes them and gets them fixed. So anytime you come across something, let us know. Thank you again. We appreciate you for being part of the Groove family. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and end this session today. Thank you for your patience. I didn't expect these couple of hangups that we had while live. When you're presenting and you run into something like that, it does throw you off a little bit. So thank you again for your patience. But we're going to get those couple little things, those couple little kinks that we ran into fixed. And if you run across anything, let us know. Thank you again for being a part of the Groove family. This is Frank Salinas. We'll talk to you soon. We'll be back next Thursday, same time.